All right, welcome back to another video. My name is Ian Major. I'm an entrepreneur, Bitcoin pleb, and all-around raging capitalist. And in today's video, I'm excited to be doing a follow-up tutorial on BlueWallet, focused on managing your funds in your Lightning wallet. If you haven't checked out my first tutorial that I did on BlueWallet, I'll put the link in the description down below. And it goes through from scratch, setting up everything in BlueWallet. BlueWallet really is an impressive mobile app that supports both regular Bitcoin wallets as well as wallets for use on the Bitcoin Lightning Network, backed with features. Really impressive. And so be sure to pause this video and check that other video out in a new tab if you haven't seen it yet. And so this video really assumes that you already have your Lightning wallet set up on BlueWallet. So we'll go into today how to manage your funds within Lightning, and that includes refilling, so adding liquidity to your Lightning wallet, as well as maybe taking it out, right? A couple of you have posed specific questions on this, so this video is very much in response to those comments, so thanks for that and keep them coming. If you're returning to the channel, welcome back, my friends, as always, and if you're new, welcome to you as well. Many of you who are watching these videos are not subscribed, and trust me, that doesn't hurt my feelings, but I want to caution you that there's a lot of exciting stuff coming up on the channel. I've got a whole schedule into the coming months, and we're going to be looking at a lot of really exciting technology that's being built on top of and around Bitcoin, so you won't want to miss a thing. And that also helps get these messages out to more folks on their quest for becoming financially sovereign, which is what this channel is all about. But with all that out of the way, let's go ahead and jump right into the tutorial. All right, so here we are in my BlueWallet app. This will look very familiar for those of you who have gone through the first video. And what I'm going to do is come over to our Lightning wallet here. And today we're really going to focus on this Manage Funds button. Now, I talked about this very briefly in the first tutorial, but today the point is really to go more in depth and talk about some of these different options. So the use case here is, we've got our sats in our Lightning wallet. That's all fine and good. We've been kind of using it for payments and whatnot, but inevitably there will come a time when you either need to potentially refill the wallet, or potentially take liquidity out of that wallet. There could be a variety of reasons why you may need some liquidity to conduct a Bitcoin transaction on chain. And you don't want to kind of completely close out the payment channel. As I talk about in just a little bit, BlueWallet abstracts a lot of the complexity away in terms of opening and maintaining and managing channels. And so be sure to continue watching this video for a few notes in that regard. But without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into Manage Funds. And we'll see these couple of options, the first three of which have to do with refilling, or basically adding liquidity to your Lightning wallet. The first option is really simple, refill. This basically presents a menu of any regular Bitcoin wallets that you have. And so, for example, I have this kind of regular Bitcoin wallet here. I can hit this, and it will give me the option to specify what amount of Bitcoin I would like to send as my Lightning wallet refill. Pretty simple, right? Really simple. Let's come back to Manage Funds and go into some of the other options. The next one is just refill with an external wallet. External here just literally means any regular Bitcoin wallet that is not directly in your BlueWallet app. And so if I click this option, you will see the sort of standard, standard address with a scannable QR code. And so, you can share this in a variety of ways using the share menu at the bottom. You could scan the QR code depending on what either other device or what type of wallet you are using. But again, this is relatively straightforward as well. And again, BlueWallet is going to essentially do the hard work behind the scenes to receive Bitcoin from this external wallet and then push that liquidity to your Lightning wallet. Let's go back to our manage funds option, and you'll see this this third one is refill with a bank card. And so this is a little bit interesting. If I click this, you'll basically see that this sort of, you can kind of tell that was a different logo. And so what they've done here is they're using MoonPay, and I'll flash up their kind of homepage just so you can see it as part of this tutorial. But MoonPay is basically a payments provider within the cryptocurrency space. I believe they support a number of currencies. Obviously here our focus is Bitcoin. But basically this allows you to actually add Bitcoin to your Lightning wallet directly from a payment card, which is kind of nice. So for example, here it's got it toggled to USD. Of course, you can toggle that to be denominated in Bitcoin. There's this little menu here that has an FAQ about MoonPay, so you can go and learn more about them if you wish. Whoops. But basically what happens is, let's say that, I want to add $300 worth of Bitcoin to my Lightning wallet. I would hit continue, and then I would enter an email address, and it is going to take you through an account setup process. So don't think that this is just like, you're going to skip everything and and suddenly have the ability to enter your kind of card information. It is KYC, meaning MoonPay needs your address, just like a mainstream exchange such as Coinbase or Binance or whatever is going to require. So there's that entire process, right? But it is interesting and nice to at least have that option. But just keep in mind, as with any of these choices, there's always trade-offs, and so this is a KYC option. But it is nice that they've embedded MoonPay directly to where you can have that as a refill option, which is nice. Okay, so those are the three options by which you can add additional Bitcoin and sats to your Lightning wallet. Now let's also though talk about this exchange option, which by the way can be used for refilling, but it can also be used for the reverse. That is to take liquidity out of Lightning and perhaps send it to a regular Bitcoin wallet. So let's go ahead and hit the exchange option. And this is going to take us to a site called zigzag.io. Zigzag.io. And basically what this is they're a service provider, and really all they're doing, so let me just kind of scroll down a bit. So you'll see this menu, right? And it says you send, and it's got this little lightning icon, okay? And you can see that there's some other things supported here. Lightning is of course what we care about here. And so it's basically saying, what do you want to send? Well, I want to send some Lightning, some sats in my Lightning wallet to a regular Bitcoin wallet, right? And this can again work in reverse. So I could say, hey, I've got some Bitcoin in a normal wallet that I want to send to Lightning, but for today's purposes, I'm going to show the, I have some liquidity in my Lightning wallet that I need to, for whatever reason, send to my regular Bitcoin wallet. So how this works conceptually is that Zigzag, and there's also another provider, Lightning Conductor, which I'll comment on in just a moment. But essentially, once I configure the parameters here, they're going to present me with an invoice. And so I'm essentially going to use my BlueWallet Lightning wallet to pay an invoice to Zigzag. And once that invoice is received by Zigzag, Zigzag will in turn then send the specified amount of Bitcoin to a Bitcoin address that I specify. So, right, I mean, it's like nothing more than, Zigzag has a Lightning wallet, they're receiving sats from your Lightning wallet, and then they're turning around and sending Bitcoin from one of their regular Bitcoin wallets to your regular Bitcoin wallet. So like there's nothing magic here. There's nothing kind of crazy happening. It is worth commenting that, you know, there are certainly fees involved in this, as you can see. And there's also mins and maxes. So right now you can see the deposit, the minimum is 0.0003 Bitcoin, whereas the deposit max is 0.04 Bitcoin. So that does give you a decent range. Let me just quickly show you another option here, which is Lightning Conductor. And so as you can see, I'll actually throw this up in bigger form on the screen. But Lightning Conductor, I believe for the most part, does have lower fees. However, they also have a lower max that you can work with. So again, a couple things to keep in mind. You know, there are fees with either of these options. And you know, again, they're not doing anything magic. They're simply taking in your sats from your Lightning wallet, and then they're turning around and sending sats to a regular Bitcoin wallet for you. Implied in what I just said is, of course, that these are sort of custodial solutions. So if something were to ever happen to Zigzag midway through, you know, me doing this transfer, then maybe I would never get my sats back. However, you know, this is pretty reputable. BlueWallet wouldn't be kind of using this if it wasn't. But again, as always in this space, like, be aware of the trade-offs that are being made. With all that, let's go ahead and send some Bitcoin. So let's say that I want to send 0.001 Bitcoin. So that's 100,000 sats. And as we can see, what I get is actually a fair bit lower, right? This, you know, I'm basically getting 75,000 sats, and that's reflective of both the mining fee that's associated with the fact that this is an on-chain transaction, so I'm paying their transaction fees, and there's an additional fee for the service that Zigzag is essentially offering. All right, after some additional testing, I'm pretty surprised at what I've found, but let's just keep going with this tutorial, and then I'm going to show you what I've found. So again, the way this would look is you'd specify the amount of Bitcoin you want to send. So let's say something like 0.001, so that's 100,000 sats. Again, you can see what I will actually get sent to the regular Bitcoin address that I provide. And you can see that it's quite a big, difference, right? There's the mining fee that I would be paying, as well as the fee to that Zigzag takes, and so that's a pretty big difference, right? I'm going to show you in just a moment. I think with Lightning Conductor you can get lower fees, but let's just say that we're going in this direction. I'm going to come over to my BlueWallet app. And I'm just going to grab a receive address for my regular Bitcoin wallet here. So let's go ahead and come back. Now here's what I found. And again, maybe someone from the Zigzag team who watches this someday can comment. But when I paste this in, you will see that it's actually incompatible. And after doing some testing, it's the native SegWit address, so that's an address that starts with BC1, as you can see here. And again, native SegWit, I could do a whole video on this, but that is sort of the latest best practice. And Zigzag is incompatible with native SegWit addresses, so I'm pretty stunned. The other main address types would either start with a 1, which are kind of legacy addresses, and then you also have addresses that could start with a 3. Which are nested SegWit addresses, and so either of those types is fine. However, the native SegWit is apparently not supported by Zigzag. So good we found this. I'm pretty astonished. That's just honestly pretty lazy on the part of Zigzag. But let's at least go ahead and try over to Lightning Conductor. So I came over to Lightning Conductor, and then I just hit this convert Lightning to Bitcoin option. And so let's try this way. And so what it's saying is enter the Bitcoin address you want us to forward the payment to and an amount. All right, so once I hit submit, I am now presented with a payment invoice. So it's saying, please pay the invoice below within the hour, and then we will forward funds, less Bitcoin fees and less our 0.000, yeah, it's probably like $1 fee to the below Bitcoin address. So I'm going to copy the Lightning invoice here. And I'm going to come back to BlueWallet, and it says you have a Lightning invoice on your clipboard. Would you like to use it for a transaction? I would indeed like to do that. And it's saying 100,000 sats. I'm going to go ahead and hit pay. So that's been paid. So I have now sent the 100,000 sats to Lightning Conductor. And then I should see the transaction from Lightning Conductor hit my regular Bitcoin wallet. So we will see that in just a moment. And I actually ended up putting in a different address to one of my Electrum wallets. And I just saw... All right, I just see the transaction coming up, and so let's see the amount. So I've got 92,000 sats out of the 100,000 that's being posted here, but that's pretty good, and that's significantly less than Zigzag. So I guess one of the key learnings here are twofold. Number one, Zigzag does not appear to support native SegWit Bitcoin addresses. Again, maybe someone can clarify that, because that seems really lazy and strange. And then number two, it appears that Lightning Conductor also has significantly lower fees, which is nice. Again, Lightning Conductor does have the lower cap, but there you have it. So again, just to recap, we ended up using Lightning Conductor in this case, where we generated a payment invoice, and then we used the invoice with our BlueWallet Lightning wallet and sent that invoice to Lightning Conductor, who in turn, and it was pretty immediate, like I saw the notification come up pretty immediately on my Electrum desktop wallet, to credit that with a little over 92,000 sats out of the 100. So pretty good, and that is really how you that's kind of rounding out how you can take liquidity out of Lightning and send it back to a regular Bitcoin wallet. All right, just a couple other considerations. I want to make it really clear that BlueWallet, in terms of its Lightning implementation, is a custodial implementation by default. Meaning that you don't own the keys, right, for your Lightning wallet on BlueWallet. It is interesting that I don't think have made this incredibly prominent in the app, right? Like it's not that obvious to a user, and so I do want to mention that because for the regular Bitcoin wallet, your private keys never sort of sit anywhere else, and so it's kind of interesting how they've done this. Keep in mind that you can connect your BlueWallet to your own Lightning node, and so you can you can do that as opposed to connecting through BlueWallet's hosted Lightning node. And indeed, I'm going to talk about kind of everything under the sun related to running a node in the coming weeks, and so do be sure to subscribe and so you can keep tabs on that. But I just wanted to make that really, really clear and make sure there's no confusion. And so it's if you're using the Lightning implementation on BlueWallet without connecting it to your own node, just be aware of that. and be aware that you are using BlueWallet's node to route your payments that you're sending. There's also, it should be worth noting that when you're doing that, when you're connecting your own node to BlueWallet, you would probably have more flexibility with how you manage funds within Lightning. As an example, for many folks who are running an Umbral node, which has this kind of nice interface, and they have an Umbral app store, of which that's kind of how you would connect your BlueWallet. But then they also have apps such as ThunderHub, which are really useful for managing your different payment channels on the Lightning Network. And I explain payment channels in depth in some of my other videos on the Lightning Network itself. I will also link those in the description down below, because it's really, really important when it comes to understanding both outbound and inbound liquidity when you're operating with these channels. Again, working through BlueWallet's kind of hosted implementation, a lot of that complexity is abstracted away, but with that comes the trade-off of having less control yourself and a little bit less flexibility in terms of how you close channels, maintain channels. The one big takeaway here is it's usually less expensive from just a pure fees standpoint, in the long run at least, to maintain an existing channel than to be opening and closing channels all the time. And so again, just a couple kind of principles and other considerations I wanted to make sure to mention in this video, so that some of you who have asked questions, there's hopefully no confusion. With that, let's go ahead and close this video out. All right, so there you have it, my friends. Hopefully this was a useful follow-up to the first tutorial, where we really, in today's video, deep dove into kind of managing funds within your Lightning wallet. As you saw, pretty straightforward, right? You can refill the Lightning wallet in a variety of different ways, and you can also, of course, exchange liquidity out of Lightning using some of these service providers, such as what we went through, whether it's Zigzag or Lightning Conductor, and I believe there's others as well. So I hope you found this video useful and valuable. If you did, you already know what to do. Give this video a like, comment down below with any questions, potentially future topics that you'd like to see covered. Again, I've got a lot of good stuff coming out, but I'm always happy, as this video illustrates, to calibrate that in response to your questions and what you're thinking. So with that out of the way, again, hope this helps you in your quest to becoming financially sovereign. That is what it's all about. But for now, we'll leave this video here. As always, every sat counts. And until next time, I'll see you then.